once more with a guide for WvsW, open field zerging. This time Harbinger, how to use it. It's a boon support. Third slot in the squad. What does it do? Healing, boons, strips, CC, pretty much all over the place. Has an all boons button. You literally throw it and bam, you get the whole battery of boons. Very nice. How to use it and everything. I'm gonna go into it. Let's start with the basic store, which is straight up just a build. So it's pretty much straightforward. Everything support focused. We have a few very nice small gimmicks in here. We are spamming a lot of shill on our feet, so we can use bitter shill for some more vulnerability on feet. We are using lesser spinal shivers, which is again more shill, more vulnerability. Strips pretty nice, is unblockable. Comes whenever you are hitting a target below 50%. Very nice. We are crippling, giving some small boons to ourselves, and strip boons from enemies around us whenever we go into the shroud, which happens very often. We have the good old bloodline with the rework transfusion. This is exactly what makes us so strong. We get some boons on our stuffs. We get some extra healing. Our skill 4 in the shroud procs stuff free as well, so it's extra shield, extra boons, extra healing. Very nice, straightforward. Same with the Harbinger trade line. We share quickness when we're in shroud. We gain more concentration based on our vitality. Our elixirs share extra protection. So what are we looking at is same as with other boon supports who are the first step in your party. How does this work? When we are stacking and enemy is over there on triangle, we might up here. You do pretty much nothing on might up. There's a few gimmicks which you can do. I'm gonna go over at the end of this for tips and tricks. But you do nothing here. We go in front. We reach roughly, let's put this a little further back. Go in front, roughly in this distance. You want to hit your stuff 5 into healing elixir. It's stab plus cover boons. So it's pretty nice to go for first bit of the boons. You also get some blight stacks already, which is pretty nice. That's already for the start everything. Now you wait until we come closer to the enemy, or we have to kite. What you start doing as soon as we go closer on your feet, you want to spam mark of blood on your feet. 5 seconds, 4 3/4 of a second cooldown. Cannot do anything wrong, and it should be pretty much always there when you need it for an engage or anything else. I have a small problem here. Let me just real quick solve this. So, as I said, pretty much you will always have it ready whenever you need it, and you can straight up spam it on your feet. We go closer to the enemy, and here we start to spam a little bit more on our stuff abilities, specifically 2, 3, and 5 as much as we can, for the pure fact it's very easy options to keep up boons. Same with the elixir, also always on feet, pretty nice. Resistance, protection is a stun break, but now comes the clue. We have 3 utility bars on our hotbar, which are very important. We have Well of Corruption, Blood is Power, and Elixir of Ambition. What are we doing with those? Well, it's of course on cooldown. Elixir of Ambition, oh, he's back. What are we trying now? Can I finish? Or okay. When the commander calls for the big push, welts are down, you pop that thing on your feet. Careful, it can be reflected, and if it reflects, all the condition which it would give get on your feet. So you can condeload your own party with it. So just be mindful when you want to work with this. Don't throw it into any reflects. It can also just straight up be blocked. With everything else, Blood is Power. Whenever you see might start to drop, just pop it once. It's not gonna hurt you. It's very nice. It's easy 15 might for 12 seconds. It's almost like blasting it. Just spam it. Now we come to the interesting part of everything. Stuff, just spam it on feet, always on feet, never on enemy, always on feet, always here, never there, always here. Now we come to the interesting part, Greatsword. You don't want to be as much on Greatsword as on any other necro spec. On any other necro spec, you would camp greatsword until certain cooldowns on your other weapon set already. Here, we only use it, oh sorry, wrong button, to pull and to place nightfall. And most likely, as long as your weapon cooldown, weapons with cooldown is on cooldown, you want to be in Shroud. What are we doing in Shroud? Shroud 4, big heal, nice AoE. Shroud 5, big CC. Always when you're close. 240, so you need to be relatively close. And with skill 4, you can just use it on feet. Skill 3, not as interesting. It's just a dash. You can use it for mobility. 111 and skill 2 are projectiles. As you can see, just throw projectiles. So be mindful about it to use it. Skill 4 and 5, biggest tool, always on feet. Never jump in. Like really, never jump in. You're gonna kill yourself. Always try to do this. Can work with 5 very nice also with about face, since it's stationary. You just cast it off yourself and it's stationary. And very nice CC. Why do we need all the CC on a support spec? Because we are abusing or using a certain relic, which is called Relic of the Midnight King. Every time you CC someone, it's extra might, extra fury. It just helps with uptime. It's very smooth. It's very helpful. And overall, within the one out of two of the best options. With Harbinger, overall, you are just a boon bot. Your playstyle is very, very simple, very strong, and the ceiling is not so high. You cannot do much wrong. As long as you stay in Shroud to give boons, take care when you give the first stub that you covered a little bit. 5, heal skill 2, stuff is covered. And that is all you can do wrong. Together with throwing your elixirs into reflex and blocks. Just avoid that and you're gonna be Gucci. Never jump in. Always stay on commander and it's Gucci. What is the other choice of relic? And why is there even another choice of relic? We're talking about Relic of Geysir. Relic of Geysir, whenever you give someone vigor, you grant them endurance. Why does this help us? We give vigor with this. We give vigor with this, of course, because it is all the wounds. And we give vigor whenever we are dodging. When we're dodging, we leave a mark of blood, which also gives vigor. So you can just spam energy back to your allies. Overall, it's nice, but definitely not needed. Midnight King is for our playstyle and IQ. Definitely more of value. I spoke in the beginning about some tips and tricks with necro. If you find yourself low on blood, on life force, just swap in one skill to born minions, summon the born minions, explode them. That will give you life force back. The nice part on Harbinger is you can go in and out and you restack it, and you can pretty much use this for whenever. When we are stacking, what you can do is you can pop in, let it tick for 1 or 2 seconds for like 1 or 2 ticks of quickness, go out, so this way your damage dealer already has a little bit of quickness if you. And that's pretty much as you need to know for Harbinger. There's not much more. Sum it up real quick, because I think it was a little bit fast. Again, staff skills, always on feet. Elixirs, always on feet. Be mindful when to use what. Do not over boon and over spam. Just look at your boon bar and judge, do you need something extra? Are strips incoming? Is damage incoming? And from there on, you can then decide. It's going to be some in-game experience, which is not too hard to get. Just play it once or twice and you should have it down. And besides that, always take care that on as soon as you go close to enemies, that at some point you swap off to stuff, to greatsword. Nightfall is going to soon come after Wells, so you can go Wells, Shroud, play around in Shroud for a little bit to give those wounds quickness, healing, CC. And then when you come out, Nightfalls should be around the corner. You drop Nightfalls, you swap weapon again, and there we go again. Just make sure that whenever you press 5, that you also cover it with at least an elixir, otherwise you can ruin the stuff for your party. We don't want it. And that is as much as Harbinger goes. On top of, one more thing which is very important, want really to stay on commander, I cannot point this out enough. You have 30k HP with food, maybe even more, depending on which food you take. You are super tanky. So use this HP specifically with the double HP. No, you don't even have a double HP bar on Harbinger, but you don't need one. Use this HP to sponge damage. Of course, don't int, but sponge damage. And that would be everything with Harbinger. Here as well, overall, if you have more questions, gladly hit me up on Discord or ask me directly, and then we can talk about it. Besides that, this should be covering Harbinger more than enough in detail. For overall necro, to come back a little bit, if you want to be smart about well usage, you have to actively observe the enemy. When enemy is moving left to right and you want to place the wells, don't aim for where they are, aim ahead of them. If enemy is moving this direction, want to place well there, because then they're gonna move inside and you're gonna have an easier time stripping targets. If you aim for CC, yet again, if enemy is moving here, we are coming from this direction, enemy is moving this way, don't want to aim your CC for here where they start moving. You want to aim for the tip when you go for CC. So instead of going further into this direction for the CC, maybe do one step to the right already if commander allows you, like if commander's close enough, and then you can do CC here, catch them on the movement. Just be smart about your skill usage, but also at the same time, remember you can be catched, you can be easily targeted out. At the end of the day, you only have an HP bar as well, and you're not invulnerable. If you find yourself in a party where you don't need the might on the Harbinger, there's a lot of other useful utilities on overall necro, and this counts for every necro. If you want more strips, Signet of Low Cost is already a strip, together with Signet Trail Line makes it another strip. It's 2 strips, very easy, very large AoE, just around you, 5 targets, very nice and simple. Would make sure that you have this trade line then with, otherwise it's not as worth. If you want overall more stopping power for the enemy, Spectral Ring, very nice, will definitely stop the enemy from pushing if they are getting stripped on feet. Together with Nightfall, a very strong tool. And also Well of Darkness, if you feel like that enemy is not great on cleanses, it pulls his blindness chill, it's very nice as well. And for another stun break, Well of Power. And that's so far all the tools. Yet again, Blood is power, just within the most useful. The might is very nice, can help. But just don't sleep on it if you feel like that you don't need more. And that would be everything to Harbinger and Necro. I hope that helped. And yeah. See you guys.